Hello everyone, Jill here with another video relating to the Cocoa Daisy monthly kits. I wanted to talk a little bit about a new size I've been experimenting with, and it's I believe called an A5 size. At least the paper inside is A5. I got the Traveler's Notebook style binder from Freckled Fawn. And I just think it's a good thing to be aware of this size because some of the papers, really pretty much I think all the papers in the different kits are roughly sized 6 by 8, which is A5. And so I want to experiment with using this size for the possibility of using pages in their entirety, even though of course they're great to cut up. So I've just given you an example of how they can fit in just on their own. You can also get page protectors for this size, and that's what I've worked with the Farmer's Market kit, and that's what I'm going to focus on in this video. I'll do a little bit of process work, but I also wanted to show you a completed spread. This is the first spread that I made with Farmer's Market, and it's really a great kit, especially if you have some food memories that you want to document, and don't we all, right? So this page for me was about a really nice little Italian bistro that we ate in when we were traveling earlier this summer, my boyfriend and I. And so this paper is so much fun to use, and it has the different courses on it. And since this really was a first course, I went ahead and just allowed that part of the paper to show. And so many great food related die cuts, and these puffy word title makers are in the kits this month, and they appear periodically in the Cocoa Daisy kits, and they're always really fun to work with. So I kind of spread my title out, dine out, on the two sides. This washi tape I put here and down the edge here because it's obviously like all those great food words and quite cute and relevant. I've been using this little post-it note set that says "What's the dish?" in both my Project Life pages, and you see it here. And I typed my journaling, added a little bit more with pen to fill out the space. Anyway, so you can see how you can use the page protectors like this to create really a refreshing kind of 6 by 8, double 6 by 8 size. What I'm going to work on though today, I've already kind of prepped some things, but I'll finish it up in a little bit of a process here, is a full page 6 by 8 spread using the Farmer's Market kit. So I took this picture of some mango slices, and it's pretty bold and dramatic, and there'd be lots of things I can do with it. But what I decided to do was a kind of approach with that would do a lot with the papers, a little bit with the die cuts and the stamps along the bottom. And then I also have this printable that Elaine Davis designed for Illustrated Faith, and it just works really well, I think, with my fruit, because I wanted to expand this. Even though the pictures of mangoes, I wanted it to be a layout about fruits and vegetables generally, because I really do love them. It's not at all hard for me to eat fruits and vegetables because they're my favorite. So I wanted to make sure in the kinds of food things I'm documenting that I put that story in. And I journaled about it very simply by just saying, I choose healthy. I try to choose healthy, not always, obviously, but since I gravitate toward fruits and vegetables, that part's always easy for me. And so I plan to use, as I said, this little card as kind of an additional photo, because it is a photograph that Elaine took that I just think is really cool. I probably will just use the sweetness part and put some sequins or something there. I just pulled a few things from the kit to add to what I've already put together, because you'll see I've used paper and so forth. So I've got a few additional little die cuts here. I always love to include sequins, so I've got a few sequins, my tiny attacher, scissors. These pearls came in the kit. I love them as a finishing touch embellishment, so you'll probably see me pop a few of those on. So this is what I put together. And it isn't, sometimes I like to use paper punches, make everything kind of even in a like paper punched collage. In this case, it's just hand cut. I really wanted to bring in this green paper from the kit, and there are lots of great mango-y yellows, so those are there too. One of my favorites this month, because you've seen it on lots of my layouts, you see it here in the background, is this rainbow stripe. So I've got some of that, and I always like to include some black and white to kind of make all the colors pop. So that's there too. And then I just pulled die cuts, in some cases, like an apple a day, fruits and veggies, that relate to my focus. And this stamp too is perfect. You are what you eat, you know? I mean, we all kind of face that. And yet, since I love fruits and vegetables, I've got this yum repeated, and the so very tasty and love. And I just want to say that it's fun to stamp in color, but here I really wanted to stamp in black to kind of pick up this Del Monte mango slices, which will be on the photo and part of the design. So what I'm going to do is just attach this here at the bottom of the layout using the full page photo. I might have to trim it a little bit to go in the page protector, though actually this photo is a little bit smaller than 6x8, so it might just slip in fine. So let's put a little bit of rolling adhesive on that. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this photo up here on top. As I said, I want the sweetness. So I think I'm going to put it on top of the pattern paper here, like that. So let's get a little adhesive on that. And of these die cuts, there's so many great milk caps, and I've been using them like crazy, and I've got some plans for some additional ways to use them. But for this, the milk cap is actually orange juice, which really fits well with my fruit theme. So I'm going to probably just pop that right up at top here. And I know with the sequins, I wanted to do a little, I wanted to do a little orange. Cute? Yeah. And I also thought I would use sequins then to emphasize the sweetness part of the sentiment that Elaine typed down here on the printable. So there we go. And think seems like there was one other die cut. I wanted to use This Makes Me Happy to emphasize that it's not at all difficult to eat these luscious fruits and wonderful summer fresh vegetables. So I think I will put that there. And let's get a little adhesive on the sequins. Sorry to do that off camera, but all I'm doing is using a little messy glue pen and arranged a little overlap. There we go. And there we have it. I think I'll probably maybe add a staple or two. I'm definitely gonna pull in some of these. I love these pearls that are often included in the kit. I think this size would be good. Can put that off to the side. And then one of my labels is kind of a little bare area down here, so I think I might put a couple pearls down here as well. As you know, if you know anything about my work, I love to embellish. I also love to stitch, so you can see that I added a little bit of texture and grounding with the stitching in this bottom part. And so there we have it. There's a quick and easy full page photo 6x8 layout. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.